but head to New York for the New York Giants for this overreaction. Odell Beckham Jr. It's been very well documented that he skipped the Giants' OTAs. He's going to attend the team's mandatory minicamp later this preseason. But this isn't the only media fodder that he's provided. You probably remember he was part of the boat party before the Giants' postseason loss to the Packers. You think Odell Beckham Jr. is under pressure? You can't keep a straight face when you see that picture.
It's like, who's that group that sang No Diggity? It looks like them, like an album photo.
It looks like
Backstreet
Boys or NSYNC or some kind of boy band. Anyway, do you think he's feeling a lot of pressure to perform in 2017, or is that an overreaction? Because of all this, he skips OTAs. Hey, I'm hanging out in L.A. with Iggy is reportedly the word.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
IGGY?
That's the word on the street.
Wow.
We know Swaggy P didn't have as much luck with that. That's another story for another day. But do you feel like he's feeling some extra pressure to go out there and really perform in 2017?
I think he should, but he's the kind of guy, he's like he's so Teflon. He's so cool. He's like too cool for school. Just always seems like he's just always having a great time, never too fazed by the pressures of his profession, by the pressures of playing in New York, in the media capital of our country. I don't know. I don't know how he feels, but for me personally, I think with the amazing start he had to his career, then all of a sudden you look at last year, and I think there were times where he fizzled a little bit. He disappeared. A slow start to the year, then he picked it up a little bit. I think he put a lot, I'll say this, I think there's a lot more pressure put on himself and this team from the boat party stuff and then completely laying an egg in the playoff game against the Packers. I look at that as providing more pressure than missing OTAs, the voluntary OTAs. So many stars miss voluntary OTAs. I think he could have helped himself by showing up and being like, look, I know there's been a lot of questions about my commitment to success, commitment to this team, from the boat party stuff. I'm here. I'm here for voluntary OTAs. I'm ready to go, Big Blue. Let's do this. We got a very competitive division. Let's knock the Dallas Cowboys off the roost and reclaim this division. I think that could have helped his cause, but as a lot of prima donna superstars, they don't want to show up to voluntary OTAs. I don't think that's going to add a lot of undue pressure. I think just the fact that he's such a lightning rod of a figure, such an electric personality, after the boat party stuff, after the fizzle out to last season, when we look at Brandon Marshall coming in and adding to this high-powered Giants offense, I think there's a lot of pressure on everyone in this offense. Eli, B. Marsh, and certainly Odell Beckham Jr. I think with all his flair, he brings that pressure upon himself. Now, is he feeling it? I don't know. He kind of seems like the guy that's unfazed by that.
He does, but I feel like it's easy to be unfazed by that when you're performing and you're good. Right. But then all of a sudden you can get in your own head.
He needs to have a big start to the season because that was a big topic of discussion last year. Was he got off to a slow start? It was like, hey, a lot of flapping of the gums from 13. I'm not really seeing these big games I remember. And in New York, it's what have you done for me lately? If you have two bad games in a row, you're a bust. If you have one, 10 catch, 150-yard game with 2 TDs, you're Jerry Rice. So that is amplified in New York. He knows it. And I think there's going to be pressure going on him, on his back going into this year, whether he feels it or not.